Hello dear friends, it's Archelaus here, and today we're going to talk about what happens if nothing is really changing in your life, even though you've always felt like you are destined for greatness. So I talk to a lot of people who are super special, who are here for a reason, and find themselves stuck. And often they have an excuse, they have a reason why their life hasn't changed ever or in a long time, or why it doesn't match the way they think it should be. But there's normally one root cause of that, and that cause is lack of action. And I was a pro at this, so I'm going to tell you how this affected me so that you don't think I'm just preaching to you, because I'm totally not. So I've always had that feeling too. Since I was little, my dad always told me I was special, and it took me a while to figure out that I felt that way too. When I was a teen, late teen, I just kind of had a feeling like I was meant to do something really cool here. And when I started to reach out and really incorporate myself into my life, like when I started to work at a metaphysical center, doing readings, teaching classes, I thought that that's kind of what would, catapult my future. And after 7 years of the same thing kind of happening every single month, which wasn't much, I started to wonder what was wrong. Why wasn't this just taking off? What didn't I know? And I was saying things at home like, when this happens, when this works, when blah blah blah, and I was always waiting for that like spark to fly and things to catch on fire, and it just didn't happen. And that's kind of when I realized, well, wait a minute, I'm not really doing anything about it. I'm not doing anything differently than I did the month before, so how can I expect a different result? And it was that realization that kind of put that into my mind, like, even if it's a tiny little baby step, I'm not doing anything to give myself a new reality. I wasn't even working on my state of being. I wasn't taking action. I wasn't learning anything new. I didn't even know I wasn't doing something I was supposed to do. So here I was, kind of at this crossroads of like, I know something is going to happen eventually, but the waiting for it wasn't bringing it. So if you know you have things in you to share and you want to live this other life, but you're waiting for it instead of getting it and grabbing it or doing something differently to produce that, like learning about what it is you want to be doing and how other people have done it, or even, it could be as simple as just cultivating that feeling inside of you that you already have it. Anything can really get you started on the path to seeing that in action and seeing that happen in your life. But realizing that the waiting for it alone is not going to produce it is a really big step. So last year at this time in October, I interviewed a bunch of holistic entrepreneurs. Some are mediums, some shaman, a channeler, really cool people, and they had taken that step. They had gone from thinking about it to doing something about it, and I thought it would be really cool to see where they are now that it's been a year. What you'll get to hear on the interviews where they were a year ago, and then I'm going to do a little typed up recap of like how this year went and where they are now and what actions did they take, so that you can see how action can support you in getting your goals, and how it doesn't have to just be like pounding the pavement. It doesn't have to be just the masculine, get it done, go through your resistance kind of thing. It's also an inner state of being, and that's actually the most important thing. So I thought that would be really fun to rerun that telesummit and those interviews so you can hear them, because a lot of you are new to me, and then do a little, where are you now kind of thing, and see how far they've grown over the last year, so that we can really dissect their success and learn from them. So I hope you'll join me for that. I will have information about that coming up, so just watch your inbox. And yeah, lots of love, guys. If this is happening in your life, if you're waiting for something, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments below or share on Facebook.